said on there that Xander was the reason. He's told him, you're the reason why your mom uses meth, you're the reason why your mom overdosed, all this stuff. But I will say this right now, both of my boys saved my life. Literally, physically saved my life. And after that, I made it about...
to record.
I contacted a friend while I was at school, asked them if they could come get me, and I had $30 in gas money, and my friend came through and picked me up and then dropped me off here. Not here, they dropped me off in the Dalles, which is right across the river, and I walked across the bridge and walked over here.
Wow, so you want to get, you want to get out of their bag?
Yeah, it was, I got myself into stuff that I didn't want to get into. When I first went there, when I left here, I thought it was going to be better, but it was a mad downgrade, is what you could call it.
Okay. What kind of stuff made you want to leave so bad?
Come on. You said you would answer.
A lot of yelling. He was yelling at me, yelling at Gina all the time, and it wasn't just like an apparent yelling at a child because they're in trouble. It was more like yelling because, I want to pick a fight. So just yelling. Or he hit me twice. I know he's hit Cannon, I don't know how many times, but...
Wait.
He hit me twice.
Wait.
And...
What do you mean?
What do you mean what?
He hit you?
Yeah, I told you that. But yeah, and...
So I think another question needs to be asked as how he hit him and what caused him to hit him. Because you put hands on my child?
Mom, chill. But when I left here, I had social anxiety. I didn't like being in big groups. I could barely go to high school football games. I had to hang out with 3 people, and we'd leave and go to the side of the football field by ourselves. Now, today, I tried going shopping with my mom and couldn't leave her side. I couldn't. In the store, I have worse social anxiety now because I wasn't around people. I was locked inside, only hung out with 2 people.
Or the fact that he has posted online and social media trying to pay people to come after my son. So now we can't go to the store without him turning around and looking behind him, thinking that somebody...
Spoke to your grandmother, and she had mentioned something regarding abuse. She said when you guys were younger, and then she said that she thinks there was still abuse happening, but she couldn't speak on it because she's not around. What do you have to say regarding that?
It's true. It still happens. It did happen. It still does.
Well, it doesn't still does because we're not with him.
Yeah.
He told me that I need to step outside, and so we stepped outside. He got in my face and told me to hit him, and I grabbed a 2x4, went to go hit him in the head, and I stopped and realized, I was like, wait a second. This isn't right. And so I feel like he knows that I'll do something, so he more mentally abused me and made me feel like crap all the time. He looked at me and told me that my mom's overdose was my fault, that if I didn't give her as much stress, she wouldn't be using dope, and at the time, if I wouldn't give her any stress, she wouldn't be using dope at all, so her overdose wouldn't be real.
Wow. So he was trying to put it in your head that was your fault?
Yep.
How about with Cannon? Was there any actual physical abuse with Cannon, or was that mostly, verbal and mental?
Yeah, this one time when we were living with him in Madras, we were in this trailer. It was a trailer park, and we were living there, and I kept begging for him so I could go. I was like, can I go home? Can I go home to go with my mom? He's like screaming his top lungs, no. He chucks, I think he has an anger issue with throwing stuff, because he threw his phone at me. He's almost thrown. He picked up a chair and threatened to beat me with it. And then he's grabbed me. He's thrown me up against the wall multiple times, back and forth, just keep banging my head up against the wall.
The only difference now is that myself and the boys don't physically have to see him every day, and they, thank God, in the last 16 years have only been around him, which is my fault because I've done everything I possibly can to keep him away from them and protect them from him. And the last 2 times that they have been around him is my fault because I asked him for his help when I was being stupid, which will never ever happen again. All of this, and guess who's still standing here? Guess who's still okay and still not going to let a single thing that anything he says affect me or my kids' life? That's me. Because he's a piece of shit. That's all he ever will be. What he says, he can say it online all he wants because I don't give a fuck. I know I'm doing right. I may cuss a lot like a sailor, which I'm working on that. Sorry. But I will protect my kids till the day I die. And I have more than just these 2.
So you said that the cops come once a week because of him calling them. What are some of the most recent stories you have of him calling the cops and sending them to your house?
Right after I left.
Right after-
Literally 2 days after I left, I got.
And he called Xander. He asked about his meds, about all this stuff that, like, I don't know. Sorry if I'm raising my voice. I'm like yelling because I'm excited about it.
Cops that he was tied up outside like a dog in the snow.
Yes. With no food and no water. He called and we had a police officer here because apparently Cannon had said that he wanted to murder me. And he was doing a welfare check on Cannon because he wasn't mentally stable or something. I have no idea. Cannon walked out there and he's like, no, I don't want to murder my mom.
So he pretty much tried to have you like swatted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. And then this last year, Cannon was with his dad, and I had tried contacting them over and over and over, and I don't know.
Anybody, like, no. And I wanted to clear that up because that was not me.
I had nothing to do with him.
Someone can turn on their son, like their own son. So
This is the second time he's disowned me, so hopefully it's the last time because
I can say this, that after this interview and whatever's going on Friday, Tyke Tally will no longer have anything to do with Xander or Cannon for the rest of their lives. They will be ghosts to him.
Good.
Plain and simple.
Good.
but I'll still have my stream and channels.
Tyke does not deserve these kids.
No, all of this, but they're good kids. I gotta go. The cops are here.
So you guys
Haven't walked to the door because I can literally, inside my house, hear him on speakerphone in the cop car saying, please make her stop, make her stop. What? Because he's too pussy enough to man up, be a man, step out of your kids' life, and let them be good kids and live a normal life. They can do that if he's gone. My son. So now we can't go to the store without him turning around and looking behind him, thinking that somebody's coming after him because what? His piece of shit father, who has had nothing to do with him, decides he's gonna pay somebody when he makes no money.
Yeah.
What's he gonna pay him with? So all of you that think you're gonna get money from him, you ain't.
Yeah, sure.
He also did this towards Gina.
Oh yeah.
I've caught him. I've
How
caught him
often did this
physically
happen?
hurt
Wait,
Gina.
what?
Can't go.
The one time I was sleeping, and when I was with him, we lived in an RV, like this little tiny RV, a motorhome, and there's barely any room, and they're screaming top lungs. He's like in her face and everything, and all I hear is he's all like, "Shut up!" And I look behind. He grabs Gina's phone and chucks it at her face, and it almost hit her. It went right by the wall, and it was like crazy.
You guys and Gina as well when you guys were living there.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Year,
Makes sense.
I was married for 12 years, and last year, actually February 14th, I found out that my husband at the time had hurt the kids, and I asked him if he could take the kids for a little while, giving them a chance. He took the chance, running with it, and 2 months after they went with him, Xander came home and said, "I can't do it, Mom. I don't want to be there anymore." Cannon wanted to stay, so Cannon stayed till
August.
no, Cannon. It was June.
Right before the end of
July was July.
It was actually.
When did that happen? When he was banging your head against the wall?
in Madras. It was when I was 10.
Back when I was in 6th grade and I'm a sophomore now.
I don't know if it's that one or not, but I can't fucking cyberbully fucking